Welcome, welcome on this remote audit. I hope the feed is coming through good. If not, I do apologize. But for the safety of my family and my beloved working family, we stayed at home because we're not feeling well. And I'd rather make sure they're okay than to be in the office working, you know. So we're going to still keep the show going because the show must go on. I'm going to check the feed over here and see how terrible it looks. But we're going to keep it moving and see can we boost this internet just a little bit. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday and enjoying yourselves. But we do have something serious to talk about today on the audit. Now, I had an opportunity to read something I had only heard about over the weekend, and I didn't address it at any time because it was not something I was, I didn't have any research on it. I don't even know how true it was because it sounded crazy. And the person I was talking to, we joke a lot. So, it's like I can't. That's hard to believe. However, once I actually took the time to sit down and take a look, I found that it was actually true that we did have someone who was hit by a police car and somehow was buried before they notified the parents or any of their family. So that shocked me because of the time of the incidents, the time that everyone was talking about it took to notify the family. And I'll tell you why it's not that anything they've already said is not bad enough. Let's be clear. It's bad enough. But how I think here on the audit, I don't think like you do. I think a little bit different. And the only thing that comes to my mind right now is we just got a new police chief. And then they sprung this on us. So it's almost like, wait a minute. You just got a whole new police chief. And now you're telling us that a police cruiser, they didn't say nothing else. They said a police cruiser hit this man, killed him. While his mom is looking for him, you bury him. Now, Jackson is not that big. I'm not trying to hear that. But a priority list should have been placed on this individual. Regardless of what anybody has to say, that's a priority to find out who was hit by the police cruiser. We got a lot of things going on in the city. A lot of people who are shot, and we're looking for killers. I think this would have been a top priority so that we could reach out to that family and let them know what happened to their family member. To find out the time it took before the family was notified disturbs me. What disturbs me more is that it took place after a new police chief was put in place. So it doesn't look like you trying to hide nothing. It's like you intending to. It's like we are intending to hide this, and the new police chief has no idea what we're talking about. He just heard about it too. He don't know nothing about this. So I'm like, wow. And to get me that canned message, and dude, that's the saddest thing is I don't know who your speech writers are. I don't. I don't know if you got any, but you probably need to get some. But they don't need to read the speeches from history and try to use them on today, because it was, you know, I think I've heard that same old two-step from every politician about, it's unfortunate and no one family deserves this. I'm like, wow, just wow. I'm in total amazement, and it's nothing to say other than it reminds me of the stories I heard that would happen, 1950s and shit. Excuse me for cussing. This sounds like an all-white town, and a black dude got ran over by a car by a white police officer, and they tried to cover it up. That's what it sounded like to me when I heard it, because I was like, this ain't Jackson. And as much as I hate to ask, I'm like, was he a white dude? What y'all doing? I'm like, Black Lives Matter when we're somewhere in front of a podium talking. But when it comes down to it, the priorities were not handled this time at all. If you can't tell me that if a police cruiser hit somebody, we shouldn't be extremely concerned with notifying the family. And for the mother to put a missing person out, shortly after that, I should have been the first person y'all tried to tag it to. And, in my common sense arena, if I worked in missing persons, just me, I don't know who y'all got in missing persons. But if, missing persons, somebody came in and said we had a person missing, first thing I'm gonna do is check dead people. That would be the way I would probably do it. Let me see if they dead. That would save me some time looking for someone. That would save me a lot of time. Every morning when you come into work, the first thing I do is check the dead people list and see if any of your missing persons are on it. That way, save you some time and some effort in your searches. That's if you're doing any searches, which clearly it takes 4 months to find somebody in the city of Jackson, Mississippi, which is, again, ridiculous. So I hate to say this to you, Mr. Mayor, but with an election coming up, dude, this is not going to help. We had freezing rains, cold weather, water problems, trash, and now we back in Jim Crow era of policing, but not by them, by us. Yo, you can't make this up. This is ridiculous all the way. I don't even know what to say about this one. I'm like, wow. Can we get out of the news, Jackson, for doing dumb shit? Excuse me for cussing again. Can we get out of the news for doing stupid? Because it's clear we like the national news. It's very obvious that God has a plan for us if we stay in the national news this much. We even got Crump down here, I heard. I think I saw him. Now he's here. Okay, gotcha. That's when it's serious. Just FYI, So who's next? Who we trying to get here? Y'all need to really, really, really think about like leaving office, most of y'all, because you're an embarrassment to the country. You've been embarrassments to us, FYI. Look at the city and look at right now. This is when I'd be retiring. I'd be like that police chief trying to get up out of here. So you can't ask me no questions, because the longer you stay, the worse it's looking for your ass, look like. So that's just me trying to help you out and say, I would go, get on out of here, retire now. I wouldn't even try to finish the term. I'd be up out of here because that right there looks so bad. I'm like, whoever signed off on it, the city council, all y'all wrong is y'all wrong is boy. Wow, it's hard to ask us to care when you don't seem to. And that's the mirror talking to you. You should go look at it, because it seems like as long as your pockets allowing y'all to do whatever, more or less, more less is what you're giving us. More of less, and that's meaning you're moralless. Write that down. That's mine. All right, we on the audit. We ain't gonna stay on that topic too long. We know that's wrong. We ain't gotta. Hey, ain't no need to discuss that. Y'all asses is terrible. So I don't even think I had. Oh yes, I do. I got something else. Palestine and Israel. Hey, y'all still at it? I don't know how many minutes is that. I said, oh yeah, I told you I'm at home under the weather. I'm trying to count these out, but I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Oh yes, come Friday, we're gonna be changing. We're gonna be adding the show. Actually, I'm gonna be dialing in with my therapist. We're gonna be doing the journal into mental health. Be ready to check that out. Gonna try to hit it about between 1 and 2, hopefully. And it's going to be the introduction. We are going to have the phone lines open. That is, if I'm feeling better, I'll be in the office. If not, safety first for the team. I'll do it from the house. And that also depends on how this one goes. So be on the lookout for that. Plus, I do want to be up there Friday anyway, so I can get that grill going. And we're going to do the show at the same time. You watch. I'm multi-talented. We can do that. So look out for that Friday. It's going to be a big weekend. Hopefully, God willing, get me up out of this house. I feel all right. Just a little sniffly sneezy. So we're going to protect the family first and stay here. So cooking Friday at the We Believe Studios, or depending on which way the wind blows, I might be at the coffee house. One of them there. We'll be on Facebook, so check it out. I'll let you know the location. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. I'm cooking, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Oh yeah, back to Israel, Palestine. I think I'm gonna just run this one on through, no commercials, because I don't want to take too long. I want to get back to rest. So I'm just go ahead and run this. Chelsea, if you can hear me, send me a time on when it'll be 30. And I'll watch the clock on that. So, Palestine, Israel. Y'all need to quit that. Y'all need to shut that down. I'm already seeing other countries declaring war on Israel. And that's probably because they have a different news channel than we do here in America. We have the make us look good news, and everything we support is good news. We don't actually have both sides of the story. So we only know one side of the story, and we're basically told who to like and not like. Other countries don't seem to agree with our position, and at this point, after Iraq, I don't know what I agree with when it comes to these shitty politicians. Excuse my language again. I'm not sure what I agree with. We have Santos. Is his name Santos? Whatever his name is, the line. He's elected. He's still in office, right? So I'm not even trying to hear anything from Washington. At this point, they need to go. Every November, we need to get rid of all of them. I'm like, these 2 Novembers need to be sweet Novembers. We need to walk half of them up out of there this time, and the next time, the rest of them up out of there. I'd rather have nothing but rookies than these claim to be professionals, because they about to get us killed, y'all. And y'all need to say something and do something. Push back verbally and at the polls. Y'all need to look at what you're doing. Your kids aren't going to have no future. Literally. Literally. I'm telling you now, you can play crazy. You can act like you don't want to deal with politics. You can do whatever you want. But the facts are the facts. If these folks keep pushing buttons and dropping bombs and missiles start shooting in the air, I'm going to just tell you, don't nobody want to be here for no damn nuclear winter. And all these people talking about they building all these bomb shelters. Look here, I'm not trying to run up under nobody's house and hide so I can be, damn it, in a world with nothing. Half of y'all right now can't get along with each other, trying to stay to yourself and keep your peace. You damn sure ain't family. How you gonna live in a world divided even more? Y'all need to use some brain cells. I think it's time for us to vote everybody asses out immediately, because this shit crazy. And I do mean extra crazy. So let's take a minute and pray for those people over there, because I heard I think I don't know what they call him. I just know it's Netanyahu. He didn't sound pretty wise on TV at all. He didn't say that they were going to even have any type of negotiations. It's the same old rhetoric about we can't defend ourselves and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And like I said before, it looks real suspect to me. You seem to be extremely good at using your weapons to target them, whereas they seem to be mentally you can't say that, can you? They seem to have been Stevie Wonder class firing missiles at you. Yes, I said it. They had Stevie Wonder firing missiles at y'all, one missile per person. And you guys seem to be fantastic. Hospitals. That was a good one. You know how many people in a hospital, right? Oops, it did. That was an accident. We didn't mean to shoot the hospital. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because you got those types of missiles from some country called the United States of America, I think, that they specialize in targeting targets, damn it. So, but if I tell you on TV that we didn't do that on purpose, you have to believe us. Right. So again, your targeting seems to be fantastic. You're doing a massive amount of killing, and the weapon suppliers are being applauded right now. And the infrastructure damage is going to be, wonderful when you take that land and start rebuilding with new communities for for who? For y'all. So again, extremely good job, Israel. Now, Hamas, who in the hell put Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles out there to fire y'all missiles that didn't hit nothing but one person at a time? I'm amazed that you all even exist. That's how stupid this war is. That's what it looks like to me. Which means that right there sounds like a bag of tricks. It sounds like they got weapons of mass destructions, and then they had a big old trial and said, we got weapons of mass destruction, and we don't care what nobody say. We going in to get them. We still ain't found not one weapon of mass destruction unless we found a mirror. Now, every house we went in that had a mirror, we found some weapons of mass destruction if we looked in the mirror. Now, unfortunately for our soldiers, I do not blame you for following orders. It is your job. However, our military leadership, who follow the leadership of the said administration, you guys know better. You know better. That's why you're in leadership. We can't keep leading our kids out here like that. We can't keep taking them kids out there like that. How they coming back? Bad condition. A lot of them are out here struggling. You know, that's the most of our homeless population, our military. Haven't we reached the level of growth and evolution that stupidity should be the last thing we do? You could use your military for something better other than blowing up shit. Excuse my language. You could do a lot better than you're doing. So I fought everybody in leadership. You're leading our children in the wrong direction, and you're destroying their futures at the same time. You should be, and I said should be, because I know you're not. You should be ashamed of your damn selves. Look, people, it's time to change. It's time for us to look at ourselves and say, I voted for this. I'm the one that went in there and pushed that button for red or blue. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I did that. I fought on my team. I never changed colors. I ain't never go to the other side. I just click, click, clickety, click, 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 click. And they decided, well, they didn't actually decide. They trained us mentally to do that. They trained us mentally to follow that same pattern. And right now, they're finna do it again. They're finna do the same thing again. You actually think that the Republicans and the Democrats are two different birds. Well, that's the same bird. That's the American eagle. He red on one side and he blue on the other one. And then he got that white head and that brown body. Now, I'm going to break that down just like magic because I ain't got nothing else to do. Now, let's say he got a God head, the light, which is totally ignored by both wings. They are the ones that are flapping. And we chose those two colors, by the way. We can change them back to brown, and they would be the body with the God head, or we can leave them red and leave them blue and divide it. See, that's our decision. We can either paint the damn bird all brown and we have the light at the top in which we follow, or we can stay stuck on stupid and have us a damn peacock flying around here calling it an eagle, flapping colorful wings and crashing in the shit all the time. Excuse my language. Now, when I say crashing, I say we're not going anywhere because we stay in the shop. We stay at the shop trying to fix something. The streets are tore up. The school systems are failing. We keep painting old buildings. No, hold up. Let me take that back. We're not really, some people are, and I appreciate y'all who are taking these old buildings and painting them and fixing them up in these areas that are tore up and stuff. I appreciate y'all. What I'm talking about is, I was about to say something wrong, but these jokers, they build something and they make it look so like it's just lights and glass. It's nothing. A tornado would tear it up. Build a damn pyramid like the old people used to do, but we can't seem to do that, and we're supposed to be technologically advanced, but our engineers aren't building anything of substance. We don't have dreamers and believers running the world. We have statistics. And statistics, you know where they came from. You know whose design this is. And you still don't want to believe that you were taken over with those damn books they typed out for you after they burnt the books. And the fact that they told you they did it and you still running around here like this is disturbing to me. So again, I understand we've all been asleep for a little while now. Let's get some coffee, some Earth Blend coffee, and wake up. We can't stay asleep. We got a few weeks away from this election. Hold up, we got a couple of days away from this Tuesday coming up. We need to replace everybody. Yep, I said it. Now, I'm not on anybody's team, red or blue. I'm just looking at the things you say and do. So if you have something you need to address and you trying to hide it until after the election, we don't need to vote for you, because that's going to be, woo, I made it. And how do we trust that you're going to do something different? So again, revealing is healing. Telling the truth, if you're going to be a politician, I'm always on that side. I always believe God will guide us in the right direction if we choose that path. So we need investigations on all of that trifling Brett Favre shit. That's real talk. Excuse my language. We need investigation on that, trying to stop it. You're not qualified. We got I don't even know if it's your turn or not, but everybody in City Jackson politics who been in there and knew about this situation with this police cruiser killing this man and burying him, y'all need to go too. Up out of there. Come on, we need some decent moving forward, not more, less. We don't need more of less. We've had enough. It's clear you don't have any plans to move the city forward. You need to hire people that come up with plans. So it's time for y'all to go. Find your way out. And voters, do your due diligence. Know that it is close to election time and they've been cleaning up the city in front of you, so you will remember them. And that's the same thing we've always talked about they do right before election time, so that we will remember them. So remember that we've already said this amongst ourselves, and then when they go do it, guess what? I'd rather have somebody in there with no experience than this continued lack of experience shown by people who claim they have experience. I think they have experience at eating in nice restaurants and spending taxpayer money. I think they got a lot of experience in that. And hey, my time is coming to an end. Remember, next Friday, we're going to be, well, not next Friday, this Friday, we're going to be doing a little fundraiser. We Believe Digital. I'm going to be on the grills. We're going to have a DJ going. Might even have a comic or two show up. Who knows? But again, we're going to be making some changes to the lineup. We're going to be rearranging some things.